Hey y'all, this is Final Fantasy Games, Stoken Floyd, and this is my video. Basically what I want to stream is Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 7, which I'm currently streaming. I may do, a no encounter on that game. Except for the, except for the regular bosses, or the, bosses. I will not be streaming sport games because you fall in that trap of streaming just sport games. Like MLB The Show, 2K17, or wrestling. Now, unless you're certain streamers like Dodger Films, I think his name is, he streams just MLB The Show. And the problem with sport games is if you stream sport games over and over again, and then you stream Final Fantasy, they're going to be like, you're going to lose your viewers. And that's not what I want. I want to stream my Final Fantasy stuff, like I said, but basically I can't do it. Because if you watch Final Fantasy 4 stream, it was, you couldn't see anything. Every time I went into a different room in the game, a bright white light would just, flash, and I don't have a card capture. I can't afford it. And Final Fantasy 4 is my favorite game. I played that for 25 years since it was Final Fantasy 2 here. Japan was Final Fantasy 4, obviously. The first game I completed was Super Star Wars, which I uploaded twice, actually. Because I think the second part of the play was, it lagged, so I decided to go back and do it. I have moderators on my channel already. I'm not going to assign them until the channel gets, if it gets to 500 subs, if I get that far or more. There are, Final Fantasy 7, like I said, I will be doing World of Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 10. I am not an expert on Final Fantasy 10. In terms of the Spear Grid, I suck at it. If you want an expert on that game, Virtual Gaming World is pretty good at that game. Also, Bretttheninja. Jeff Plays Games, he was a friend of mine. I will post, so if you want, I will post him in the, comments. Virtual Gaming World is actually, he plays Final Fantasy 7. He plays Final Fantasy 10, like I mentioned. But if you want an expert for Final Fantasy, anyone that knows me, I always say, go with HCBAILLY. Final Fantasy 1 through 9, go to HCBAILLY. I can't tell you about his opinion of Final Fantasy 10 because he said over and over again, I don't like the game. He streamed it, but I haven't seen his playthrough yet. That's another streamer. Well, he's not streaming, he's playing less plays. Final Fantasy 4 is currently being streamed by Jeff Fafa, or LP. And he's actually pretty good. He's actually playing a Super Nintendo version of it that was released in 2001. And he knows his stuff. I will say that. And Blind Republic is currently streaming Final Fantasy 9, I believe. He's done Final Fantasy 7 and 8, if memory serves. I'm not sure if he's done 10. They're my two friends. There's also Paul and the guy I call Paul Jr. They've helped me a lot in Final Fantasy 10. And it's always been fun. And lately the last couple of weeks I haven't streamed just because well, one, I had migraines. Everybody knows, when I get migraines. So, and then before I had the migraines, I had, people from New York up here, down here, I should say. And then, after they left, I got the migraines, and it was like, I've been busy ever since. Another streamer I would like to shout out to is Spice Gaming TV. Awesome guys. A friend of mine, and I want to get their full name right. VH Nexus, just called Nexus. He's on, I'm going to mispronounce her name, Wendy's stream. Wendaiko, Dakota, or whatever. Sorry about the pronunciation. There's also Scarlett Moon. She does a lot of, Call of Duty type games. Straight first-person shooters. And I will probably be doing Final Fantasy VII. And hopefully getting that last trophy, which is the date with Barrett at the Gold Saucer, and that will be my Platinum trophy. And have a good day.